All right, mic check one. Okay, this is a mic check. It's working. It's working. I think it's working. It says it's working. So if it's working, hello. I am unapologetic Tank coming to you unapologetic as I know how. In my most raggediest form as possible because sometimes it's okay to have those days. You don't have to be as pretty. You know. Sometimes some days you have to know that the beauty lies within. And that you are beautiful on the inside. And sometimes they have to show on raggedy days. And that is the day today. But anyway, I just came. I was going to run a mic check, you know. Mm, but I just, it gets me because, like, what aggravates me is, okay, just for me. Y'all don't know. This is like what I think. America, okay? For one, for one, I'll tell you this one thing about America that I know in my own theory, in my own head. It's a couple of them I have at this point because I was born in '88. So if you, along with me, you was born during that time frame, you know that it's changed dramatically. Um, and sometimes I say, you know what? If the aliens, which I know I think they're real. I don't give a damn. Fuck y'all. Aliens are real. But I said it has to be like watching Love and Hip Hop or the Real Housewives of Atlanta going past Earth. We have to be a full series. I mean, we have to be in the space spectrum of the Milky Way galaxy, honey. We have to be at least number two or number one in the top ranking of TV shows. Okay, real talk. They having a ball up there making big. So what's going on? But anyway, seriously, um, you know, I pray for America. I really do. I think that we're just in this time of stupidity and divide. And at first, like a lot of us, I will say this at first, I wasn't mad about, you know, the whole thing with, people getting deported that voted for him and things like that because they didn't understand the thing of all of us really needing to understand that Trump was not lying about it. At the end of the day, I hear some people say Trump isn't racist, and I disagree with that. However, I understand what they're saying because they say it is more of a poor and rich type of thing. It's class with him. However, you know, um, I still feel bad for everything that's going on, especially with the National Guards and things like that. And then in terms, some cities that are off the chain, you know, some cities saying it helped. Being real, listen, go and look. Mhm. Now it's still wrong, but some say it helped. But it gets me that this is America now. You know, um, Bush. If you old enough to remember, like me, y'all remember when Bush left office. Bush bankrupt this hoe, swapped it upside down, fucked it off with no Vaseline, and said bye. Okay, okay. That's what Bush did. That's what Bush did. And the world changed, you know. So and it's crazy because me being 37, my generation, y'all, my people, we have been through the times of like no other. We have survived so many different major things. The newer generation, not as much. But we came from an age where we didn't have the technology that we have today, you know. And but still outside of that, back to America. I'm just praying for America. I hope you are too. These motherfuckers are ignorant, y'all. No matter what. I know red, blue, this and that. I don't give a fuck. I think at this point, all their asses are stupid. Okay. I'm just saying not I ain't gonna say not all, but majority of them, they're losing the cause. And the thing is, don't get me, I ain't gonna hate to say this, but it's true. I love to see these white folks, okay, who are understanding that, no matter what it is at the end of the day, okay, in this case, okay, history changes, right? And sometimes, when it came to the civil rights, we had to come together and try to, because it wasn't just only blacks; it was white too to help us get over that line. We had to push it, but we had to come as a collective to push civil rights over, right? So I just feel like Trump's gonna be one of those things that we're gonna have to, at time in history, we're gonna have to put aside color, creed, and race and whatever the fuck else it is to get rid of this man, because there's no way he's going to leave outside. I don't think. Look at him now. He ain't leaving no goddamn house. He ain't leaving. And people need to have their. And I don't know. It's like the Republicans are asleep or something. The Democrats have no balls. Well, we all know that. You know. And I get it. I get it. I was listening to a couple of things. I'm a Democrat, but at the same time, I think I understand the fact of that. No, he won't come back. I understand the fact of that. Kamala might have not been the best pick. And after later research, I can agree. Okay. But she was what we had. Okay. She was what we had, y'all. Okay. She was what we had. Y'all didn't have to like her. But right now, we'd prefer to have Donald Donald Duck, uh, uh, Bugs Bunny, hell, Peter Griffin, Stewie Griffin. You know, we'd rather have any of them in office right now. How this shit going? And I hate it because all of us struggle off a mistake that we all made. And I just really hope that this experience just it's beyond at this point. Yes, it is. Race is definitely in there too. But it's changing. And it's so worrisome, and for me, at first I was not into politics. Until I think when Obama ran. um I got into politics. I was like really happy, like, okay, yay, Obama is running. Mainly because white people don't understand it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Obama becoming president gave us a lot of we definitely needed a black president. But at the end of the day, we cannot say that Obama was not the most decorated and professional most president we had. Y'all remember they went crazy about the tan suit. Um And now we got a president that's, putting out AI videos of shit on his own people, or saying they ain't even citizens, but we stand in America and they ain't get deported in the city that he already ran through. Child. And white folks tired of shit too. They embarrassed. Hell. They trying to steal in peace. They trying to do corruption in peace. The white folks tired. Hell, Trump fucking everybody up. And I hope and I hate to say it, sometimes God has to whoop us as a country, and I hope maybe it's a whooping, but I hope we can heal from it, because there's so much ignorance amongst us. It's so much ignorance. But anyway, like I was saying, it was good to see Obama become president. But he was so smart, and this and this and that. And I know. I've heard the thing. He ain't do nothing. He didn't do nothing but just get this black folks, y'all. Let me tell y'all what black folks be saying in the house. He ain't do listen, he ain't do shit but get right to the gays. That's all he did was make gay marriage. That's all he did. All you do about the gays, and he do shit. But the thing is, check this out. People that have to check into the things. Obama healed. We were bad off. He was Obama was a silent creeper. He didn't have to. Trump is very boastful and braggadocious or whatever. He's just how Trump is. Not in a good way at all. And Obama was just kind of silent. Who they really called the porter in chief? Obama. Okay, and the thing is, I didn't even know. I don't think a lot of us knew until he got out of office that he was deporting something. And Trump would never catch up with that number of deported. Okay, so he was top person to move in silence. But you have to remember the first day when Obama got in the office. I remember when I think they was having some type of meeting. I never forget watching TV because I was so excited. So I was really stuck to the news. I will never forget Mitch McConnell that was mad. Them white folks, baby, they drug him through the dirt. And it was so embarrassing as a country to say that racism, baby, it was racism was for they was scared as fuck. Roland Martin wrote a book and said white Phil, and it was white Phil that day. And Mitch McConnell got up there and said, it doesn't matter. He could be president. But I tell you like this, anything that he tries to pass, he ain't gonna get it through. So immediately he came into a thing where, again, we have the House, the Senate, and this and that. Reason why Trump is so powerful, because Trump has all of them in his bag and the Supreme Court. It's just what it is, you know. And I hate it. Excuse me. But you know, and so Obama didn't really. I mean, he did what he had to do. I mean, he was a good president. Though. He's really great. He could did more, yes, but he was him being the first black. I don't think he wanted to do too much pushing. So I don't. I mean, I don't know what he went through personally. We just all of us don't know. That was a big thing. You and Trump just recently he just pretty much opened the cage back up and the door back up to racism. He don't give a fuck. Trump opened the door back up, and it's just what it is. And the thing is, when white people hear us, when y'all hear us say that, it's not a lie. Like, we live in our body, and most of y'all know it's real. And it's sad. You know, what's happening to the brown people everywhere. It's sad. Um, and I think this time, if nothing else, we need to make sure we all link up. And I'm so glad we had the No Kings March. I heard about it. It was crossing 26,000 different cities and counties and stuff. And it's awesome. But we have to, I mean, we're going to march, but what's the plan after the march, y'all? Where the meeting going to be at? Is we all going to vote or a certain way? Because at the end of the day, we have to beat the system with the system's rules, bitch. Okay? How Trump is doing. And he's breaking them. But he pull the strings, but we can you know, hit him with a quick right, or a left, or ram in the bush. But we have to, you know. It's what it is. The government shut down. I'm here in DC. I'm here in DC. So I mean, it shut down. It's quiet. And the thing is, what's so crazy is people always, for me to live in DC, I just moved here like a year ago. Needless to say, I am an alien to these people. To them, I sound like a bag of hay. Okay, but people that I've been here since I've been here, y'all, these folks don't even like Trump. They don't. Just try to say they don't like him, you know. And they're very unified on that, you know. But yeah, it just America just turned ghetto. You know how you got America, America. Like if it's like the shit that we going through, I just want to rip the first A off of it and call it America. We so ghetto, we America. It's America. Where you stay at America? Uh-huh. That shit. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith gets his 6 foot, round headed, big lip, dumb ass and you bash out as if you don't understand what Jasmine does. Like, it's just not the right time, y'all. I mean, how you gonna call Jasmine? So she could be, bitch. Do you remember when Biden was doing something and they was up in the damn meeting screaming and yelling? These hoes been on TV calling motherfuckers all type of, the Republicans have been bullies for what the hell? All of a sudden she can't. We can't kiss nobody's ass. Like who you like, but we all have to agree. Okay, the shit is getting out of hand. People are broke. People, I don't know. I hear these people on TV and stuff like. I'm so tired of rich people. I'm so tired of rich people. All of y'all can go to motherfucking hell. Not all of y'all, but majority of y'all can go to hell. America is so tired of y'all stingy, ignorant, ruthless, ignorant motherfucking asses. If it's all y'all millionaires in the USA, right? Why wouldn't y'all have like this big? Y'all get together to fuck. Y'all get together to fuck every other day. But can you get together with America? All of y'all get together and raise money and end homelessness? Can we do that? Can we get all this money together and go to a disenfranchised neighborhood in the South and pay everybody rent, buy a few houses and give them away so people can have legacies to pass on? Instead of y'all out here, I don't get you. I don't get you. I don't get you. I mean, the point of being rich is to give back, right? I don't get that. And I think God has to take me through the long haul because sometimes I get it. You got to, in order to keep you being rich, you got to keep it inside. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I just think if God, I know God is, you know, I'm gonna be rich one day. I speak it into existence, and I want to be the part. Like I love community. I've been doing community outreach for over 10 years. I love feeding people, turkey drives, community health, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I love it, giving out hygiene products or, you know, HIV testing, just giving things to. I love that. Y'all so rich, but y'all don't do shit like that. And then, and you and the thing is, I hear so many people. It's just American shit, right? We got Trump in office, right? Y'all seen the Ari girl that went to jail for shoplifting in Florida. It went viral. It's in my shorts. Go look at it. She went to jail, and she's autistic, you know. And we got a felon in the White House, and these judges are sitting autistic people that. What the hell is going on? I mean, we have stupidity and racism, but now we add on planes from Qatar. We add no. I mean, this is miracle. This is where we at now. That's where we at, and I'm concerned. And it's not about. It's not really not about. I get upset with the thing of it's like when it comes to Stephen A. Lately, he shouldn't even have no voice in politics for one. And Jasmine, yeah, but she gonna do the thing she want to do because she want to roll her. That's how the fuck she want to talk. Hell, Trump up the Trump talking shit every day, bitch to other countries too on TV. Like, all right, but when she do it, oh, it's not. You gotta go. Why would you? And it's like being black, right? I mean, some people seemingly sometimes. Oh, how soon we forget. You know, I heard somebody say the other day, which was so tripped out. Now welfare wasn't made for black folk, baby. It was made for white people. Let's get that correct. Most of us don't get. I don't know where these people. Like, I know people on TikTok and this. They pour these videos together of a lot of people, which is a good version of every type of race. Get them that. But a lot of black us ain't on welfare. We work. Remember, we built this country for free. We work. So get this theory out of y'all head as though all black people are on welfare. No, the hell we're not. We're very hard working people. I think the country that we live in, the 400 years of free labor and Jim Crow that you all got for free, that we never got paid back for, never got any type of, nothing back for. You paid everybody else, but not us. We didn't get that. So I think that's proof enough to say that we ain't lazy. What it is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't lazy. And I get it. We've come to a part in life where our generations and the youth are lazy because I think parents got to the point of they just, I don't know, decide to coddle their kids. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a parent. I'm not gonna go into that. But this is about America. But it's a system, y'all. It's a system. I don't think people really get that when I say that. It is a system. And when I say overall, it's a overall system. And it is. Damn. It's a system. So just keep on praying for America. It's America. Donald Trump is in office. I'm glad that people are marching and we're trying and we're trying to move forward and this and that. But if for us to really, really, really do that, right? We shouldn't have large events and do these things and they become pointless after, because at these events we need to make sure everyone is registered to vote. Just saying. Trump is playing the long game, bitch. You got to play his game too. Democrats got time to start. I hear these streets doing this dumb shit, bitch. Fuck that. Since people are struggling, why wouldn't y'all be you go to your district where people are struggling and okay, y'all, let's put our money into this and we're gonna have a big food drive. We're gonna feed, do stuff, put your feet, pull you, do you a fucking Stacey Abrams. Do the Stacey Abrams. Do the Stacey. You know what I'm saying? Do the Stacey. Go out there and really, really touch the people and stop talking about it. I mean, all y'all do is just talk. Ain't no folks out here hungry, bitch. Okay? Yeah, some of them lazy. We know that. Okay? But not all of them. Not all of them. Okay? I can't. I've never had Section 8. I wish I have. If HIV can give me Section 8, bitch, I would have took it a long time ago. I never had. I've always paid for it. I don't know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? My mama has always paid for. I don't know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's needed. And yes, I agree. People shouldn't live on the shit forever. You got to get your ass up and do something, because we all do. If you lay up around, playing games, sucking and fucking and eating, you can get your ass and go to work. I agree. So yes, some people points are valid. Some things can change. But also at the same time too, we need to understand why DEI and civil rights and things are important. And why now with the brown community, Hispanic, you can't vote no Canada no more, because you understand now, if you understand nothing else, okay, that when we went to go march, to go get rights, to go get things like that, it paved the way for you, okay, because when it came out, the American laws, none of that was built for black people at all. We had to get weaved into the system. Okay, and that paved the way for you. So don't forget who paved the way, who died first, who did this and that. Okay, we all had our part of getting there, but we cannot deny who took the hardest blow. You know what I'm saying? Yes, everybody else had very bad events in certain cultures of the world, but black people would be hands down slavery would be the hands down the worst, because they would never be able to know the accounts of bodies, the information, the legacy they was torn from, this and that. We would never know that. And guess what? It was the only one that was not filmed either. So we ain't got no. So we don't know how long. We have evidence of certain things over time, but I was one film like other ones. I ain't gonna say what's the film. That's the difference. We all know what it is, and we're grateful. We're grateful that we've all come to a certain point. But yes, things can be better, and I would like to fight for it. But at this point, we all need to take a break and cuss these bitches out. This is our shit. We pay taxes, all of us. Okay, even though we don't like each other, bitch. Uncle Sam is what we all have in common. Uncle Sam is our mutual friend. So something must be done. And we have that power. I don't think we realize we do, but I don't know what's gonna take. And I hate seeing these stupid ass people in this. They love making things about, black and this and that. Yeah. Child, please. Save the stupidity. Move past it. Okay. 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 At the end of the day, guess what? Like you got them Hodge twins people, the light skinned boys. Baby, they black as hell. They living niggas. They want to fit in. I don't know if they mama white or they daddy white. One of them, I don't know. Somebody white over there. But anyway, that's how they feel. But at the end of the day, I don't think they really realize on the inside when they're around some white folks, they still say, "You, goddamn mixed breed," you know, you know, you know how they feel. You know, Candace Owens can tell you that now. You know, some people get to say stuff, and people learn in time, and we got to give them, we got to give them grace. They ignorant motherfuckers, and some people represent the wrong way. Some people do. You know, like I don't know. I don't want to go into all that. I don't know, it's a thing, but it's just more about America. More about America, and so America, we gotta pray because we gotta. Seems to me, I ain't no therapist, I ain't no doctor, but it seems to me is that we have a problem in the White House, and I don't know if y'all know this too. You know, if that was Obama, if Obama had took a plane from Qatar, if Obama had got on TV and said at least half of the shit that Trump said, I mean, white or black, we all have to agree that it would have been hell. We have to agree it would have been hell. So anyway, I'm done. It's a rant. I just so tired of shit. I'm just so tired. I said I love Bernie. I love Bernie. I love Bernie too, but all of y'all I hear about to take an APAC money. Bitch, fuck this shit. Something wrong. Why we I'm just tired. Goddamn tired. You know? Shit. So turn around. Our text going up. Y'all want to argue and shit. You got dumbass, not all of them, but some they y'all want to kill the Democrats. I'm gonna book you ignorant bitch. They want you to do that. Probably got a life insurance policy. You got to sign your birth certificate. You don't know what's going on. Shut up, sit down. Man, we all and they we all different, bitch. Yeah. What the fuck let's have this argument after the next election. Let's cancel this right now. Put your guns down. Okay? Let's focus on it. That is bitch crazy. That is what I gotta say. I'm unapologetic. Shit. Okay? Pray. I am unapologetic today. Being unapologetic as I know how to be. If you enjoyed my little ramble that I just came up with, I don't know. It was just something I just had to rumble in my heart. You're more than hit that like and subscribe button. Shout out to the new subs that are here. And do me a favor, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and let's see where we go to with this. I'll be back on weekly, and thank you for letting me say what I gotta say. But seriously though, before I leave, listen, we at the end of the day, this is going to affect all of us, no matter how the fuck we feel. It just ain't made to every section yet, but it really is. Okay, some stuff I get. Yes, 680 this and that. Yes, I get this and that. I get that. But at the end of the day, what is it to leave people destitute without a plan? It leaves our streets full of people. And we are one of the richest countries, if not, I guess, maybe the richest country in the world. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, you have to financially, you have to, especially in certain communities, you have to give people financial literacy on how to live. Because a lot of people just don't know how to live financial. They don't, they weren't raised like that. They weren't raised like that. They don't know. Sometimes you gotta teach them. It sounds odd to some people because they was raised with, but anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe.